Good evening, my Friday frolickers, and how the devil are you? You just give me a minute while I sort this stuff out. I was going to do this. My mic's just died on me. I have no idea what happened there, but we will just crack on. That's a great start to the stream. My mic died on me. My mic would rather die on me than be part of this Friday frolic. What a starter. Never mind. How are you? Do you like the new setup? I did it all by myself. No, what it is, I decided I just needed to basically make it look a little bit more presentable. So I just thought, do you know what I'll do is I'll do my own little overlays and shit like that. But and I just thought, I know what I'll do is I found a few of my older tracks that I created long time ago in a galaxy far away. So I basically decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them as a little bit of an intro, you know, just get you all into the mood for the live stream, you know, before we start. Because one thing you notice that people start coming in, and so I just thought, well, while you're waiting, I'll just give you something to listen to. Sorry for the horrendous vocals. I do apologise. You could say that, can't I, Kev? Yes, I've been bordering. But anyway, let's crack on with saying hello to who's in the chat. And of course, I love sourdough. I will say is my sourdough bread. I went down a treat. There's still a couple of slices left, and it's beautiful. And who's that idiot? Daily Blaze. Who's that idiot? Can't even spell his own name right. Good evening, frolickers. I do hope everyone is very well. Yes, we're all very well. And hello, Ellie Butterfly Chaos. Get me teeth in, I do apologise. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. And we have the one, the only, the Witchy Goth. How the devil are you, my friend? Please, if you've not liked and subscribed to the Witchy Goth channel, please do. Does some fantastic live streams, and not just that, she does create some cracking stories, especially with the two stars of Brad and Janet. Damn it, Janet. Yes, I'm sure. Ellie, I'm sure Alistair will either turn up or we will just have to carry on without her. It's not a problem. Hello, Counter Kev. How the devil are you, my friend? Yes, chilled intro music. Yeah, I wrote that. I think it was about 8, possibly 9 years ago. I was just fiddling about with my acoustic, and it was just I was just fiddling about with some hammer-ons and a couple of pull-offs with a couple of little basic chords, and I just went. That sounds interesting. I just fiddled about it. It was quite chilled out. And it was coming around the time of autumn, and I just thought Autumn Leaves. I thought, yeah, that's cool and chilled. So I just named it Autumn Leaves, and I wrote that when it came to Donald Trump's first term. That was a good long time ago. My music teacher let me loose with one of his foot pedals for electric guitar. Now, I've got to say, I don't really get my electric guitar out that often. My first love is my acoustic. Always has been and always will do. But I just thought, you know, I'll have a bit of fun with it. And I had a bit of a drum beat, a simple drum with a couple of bar chords I just played about with. And I just pulled out my old bass guitar as well and just did a couple of little simple little licks. Nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the Who's Fonder Fingers. That's for certain. You can guarantee me on that. I'm pretty average when it comes to playing the guitar. Not as good as what I used to. I've got a bit of arthritis in my fingers, so I'm not too cracking at it. But you know. Hello, Counter Kev. How are you? And my older daughter just come back from her excursions, should I say. Good evening there. Hello, peeps. And another one. Please give a wonderful, if please, I'm sure you've pretty much all of you have subscribed to the one, the only Graham Price. Power to the people. Even though I'm listening while I'm getting ready to go out, you don't. But I'll be here for a while. Are you out on the lash? Are you out on the lash, Graham, or is it just out meeting friends? I'll be having a couple of beers tomorrow when I go to watch the football. And hello, Leapshin. How are you, my friend? Yes, good evening, everyone, and how are you all doing tonight? I'm feeling pretty meh as per usual, but what in the fuck? Yeah, I just thought to do a bit of decorating, because for the simple reason I just thought my live streams just look a little bit meh, and I thought I'll do them up and make them look a bit more presentable, if you know what I mean. And for start of the new season. And we have another legend, that is the legend that is Dave McGuinness, the fantastic, rantastic, the one and only Dave McGuinness from the Two Davies. If you're not following the Two Davies, what you're doing in your life, you are missing out on a treat. You get some fantastic, wonderful live streams, and not just that, you might, on the off chance, get to hear one of his fantastic, rantastic rants. And if you don't get any of his rants, what you will get is you'll get everything from a Scottish perspective and all political. So absolutely wonderful. And it was good to see have a chat with Dave on his live stream on Christmas Day as well. So who else? Hello, Steve Binning. How are you, my friend? And Usman Fiscal. And hello, Gordon. How are you? Good evening, Simon says. And good evening, Devinder Singh. How are you? I hope as well. I'm managing to keep both warm and sane. Well, so much for that peace on earth New Year's resolution. Yes, but hello, wake up and smell the rosemaries. How are you, my friend? And hello, Indie Duckmel. I'm listening while fighting snow. It's only 2 inches. Well, strangely enough, we were getting all these yellow weather warnings, basically saying, get yourselves stocked up. We're in for a terrible snowdrift. That's it. Get yourself all protected. And it were a damp squib, you know what I mean? But this is Britain, one bit of snowflake and the whole infrastructure just goes to pot. But good evening, Indy Duckbell. How are you? Yes. I've got to go and see one of my old mates. I don't drink these days, but he'll probably sink 8 cans of Stella and start repeating himself. I'll make my excuses at that point. Yeah, quite wise. Like I say, when it comes to all that, it's a case of just smile and wave, don't make any sudden movements, and then just basically just walk out the room, lock the door, and throw away the key. Yes, good evening, person impersonator. How are you, my friend? Good evening. Hello, Tommy Lee Cadden. How are you? Dry January didn't last long for me. If I'm honest, when it comes to me, I don't bother with all that dry January, especially when it comes to the football season, because I know I'm not going to be able to break it, because there is a main cafe outside Valley Parade, Mario's Cafe, that does an absolute spiffing pint of Starapraven, and while I'm eating my full breakfast before the game, I'm not going to be able to resist. So, but yes. Hello, Flummox, how are you? I kept getting yellow snowy warnings so I stopped pissing on it. Yeah, very wise, my friend. Hello, Trumple failed. At the pace things are going, I'm going to be in one of those boats y'all keep complaining about. Yes, I can quite actually agree. Good evening, Alex Adams. How are you, my friend? And also, if you've not subscribed to the fantastic Reagan Elites channel, please do. He does some absolute spiffing work and does some brilliant live streams as well. So please go down and please like and subscribe to his channel. And I've been invited on one or two of his channel, two of his live streams as well, especially when it came to the round table. I always enjoy them. And so, hello, Doc Davis. Hi from Somerset. Hello, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're very, very well. But anyway, this is what I just in the nick of time. We have the Prime Minister. You could say looking after the squatters in number 10. Hello, Sir Larry. I hope you're very, very well, and I hope things are. Also, if you've not subscribed to Sir Larry's channel, please do. Does some brilliant stuff. I tried dry January first night. A damp pea drink. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, but like anyway, this is what we're going to do. Yes. Oh, that's all right. Well, that spoiled the ending anyway. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that everything's all working. But anyway, what we'll do is we're going to just basically crack on. You're all basically you know what this live stream's about. It's basically where we just have a bit of a chill out and a relax after what's been happening over the last week or so. Yes, because like let's just say everything was going quietly, and when he was asked what's his New Year's resolution, you know what I mean? He went, peace on earth to all men and all that. How did that go? Let's just say that it didn't last long, did it? Because let's just say that next thing we know, he's been doing something rather dodgy. Yes, on the 3rd, was it on the 3rd of January, if I remember rightly? He comes out with this speech, and let's just say it wasn't good, was it?
I did it. I captured a bad guy. It's incredible. Bush caught Hussein, Obama caught Osama, and Trump caught Madden family, Mad Cow. The president of Venezuela is what we call him. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. We got his wife, too, quite frankly. Obama didn't get Osama's wife, but I got this guy's wife. She was married to a monster, and she and Melania are getting along great, let me tell you.
I bet they are as well. Yes, loving the Benny hat. My daughter bought me it for Christmas, person impersonator. Yes, she bought me it for my birthday, not birthday, for Christmas. So, yeah, cheers for that. I love it as well. Keeps my ears warm as well.
They've got a lot in common. I watched the whole thing like it was on TV. It was incredible. Pedro Pascal came in and just took out these guys. And then Ivanka said, Dad, that's a DVD of Narcos, and that's in Colombia. But it's pretty much the same thing, I'm told. People ask me, they say, sir, why Venezuela? And I say, because they have oil. I mean drugs, terrible drugs, not oil, drugs. But also beautiful oil, but it's about drugs, it really is. And don't worry, I have sent my sons, Don Jr. and Eric, there, and they tell me there won't be so much as a flake of cocaine left when they return. The Venezuelans have the world's largest proven oil reserves, and now we have a regime change. They call it regime change. And we will bring back heavy crude production like never before, because I like my oil like I like my politicians, crude.
You're not wrong there. But I've got a little something about for this later on, and I found this. It's a bit of a 6-minute video, but it's very, very interesting.
And we won't stop at Venezuela. I'm looking at you, Canada. You wouldn't give me a pipeline, and now oil prices will fall like never before. I mean, drugs. As you know, the Canadian border is where all the Mexican drugs come from. From Tijuana to Moncton to Kentucky, it's the fastest way to get drugs. And what a surprise, they also have crude oil in Canada. And if Mark Carney doesn't stop the flow of Mexican drugs into the United States, we are going to regime change him and take out Governor Carney and Danielle Smith and install Prime Minister Gretzky. And, well, Danielle Smith, she's on my side. She's incredible. Canada, you're on notice. I know you are harboring Venezuelans on the Blue Jays. So until then, viva la vida, because I'm living la vida loca. I really am.
Yes. I cannot believe what I'm going to say. But I actually agree with Donald Trump there. He is la vida loca. He's absolutely loco, isn't he? And hello, Francis Winrow. Is that my pins are not the best from this distance, but good evening, my friend. I hope you're very, very well. And yes, maybe Trump should have tried to focus on cutting down on the fast food. Not that I can. Exactly, wake up and smell the rosemary is absolutely mental. I would try January, but have mostly stuck to red wine rather than spirits. If I'm honest, I always get a couple of bottles of spirits and all that, a couple of bottles of whiskey here and there. I even got me the usual. It's a bit of a tradition for me because, like, I was close to my granddad, and one of his favourite drinks was rum and peppermint, Navy rum. And I always get a bottle of rum and a bottle of, it has to be Schweppes peppermint, Schweppes and nothing else. I used to get that, and I'll have it for Christmas. But yes, we was all thinking, well, hopefully things could improve for 2026, didn't it? But unfortunately, no, it didn't, did it really? It's much of a start to means to go on, really. And let's just say that just give me a quick sec. Hello, Viper Scott. I was driving home, snow just dumped on the road in the last few minutes. Big time, but no worries about it. Friday, Viper Scott, don't worry about Alistair. It's not a problem. Not a problem. It's like, because when it comes to all that, as long as you've got home safely, that's the main thing. So 3 points for Bradford in a Yorkshire derby. Well, all I will say is, Francis Winrow, Yorkshire derbies are Yorkshire derbies, and it doesn't matter where Rotherham are in the table. It's going to be a bit of blood and thunder. So we drew 2-2 last time there. So I'm not really going to sort of like get ahead of myself. For me, it's just a case of whenever we finish, we're not going down this season. Whenever we finish in the league, I'm happy. I would love to be in the UK at the moment. I don't blame you, Trump failed. I would be. We've had hardly any snow. Neither of me. Good evening, DJ Mason Moo. Yeah, neither have we. Neither have we. But anyway. But as I say, he thought he's doing something rather fantastic and brilliant, but let's be honest, we all know what we all know what the reason is. Not the brightest, is it?
Hi, folks. It's the Donald here. Donald J. Trump. You know what the J stands for? Genius, right? And today, I can confirm that I have gone full Caracas. I've gone totally Caracas. We've taken out the president of Venezuela, President Manjaro. And, I don't believe in regime change except in Venezuela, maybe in Iran, and possibly Greenland. Look out for that, folks. But it's like they say, you can't win a Nobel Peace Prize without starting the odd war. It's like, you can't make an omelet without breaking wind. And that's what we're doing. So Happy New Year, and watch this space. Hi,
yes,
folks. It's
exactly.
the Donald here. Donald.
Exactly. Is that you say, what's that, Gordon? You think Kilmarnock FC are doomed? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope they do manage to survive, because there's nothing worse than for a community to lose the football club. I remember the night when I found out that Bury got liquidated, and I was listening to TalkSport. The amount of Bury fans I heard speak, it was absolutely heartbreaking, because for some people in their community, that's all they have. I visited Bury a few times. I've visited Bury a few times myself. I remember we played them in the FA Cup to a point where they moved all the home fans into the smaller ends of the ground, and we took our fans bought all the tickets for their two main big stands, because they made a killing that day. I think it ended up being a dour 0-0 draw. And I had to laugh when there's still a few empty seats in the spaces where they were. And they were singing, "Your support is fucking shit." And we just pissed ourselves laughing. We wet ourselves laughing. And then they were, you've got all the little fresh, snotty-nosed little hooligans, they look about as though they've just come out of school. Look as though they should be at home, doing their own work, giving its finger, and all that. Come on. Till about 15 minutes before I ended, where I think they've probably got a phone call from the mum, basically saying, "Can you come home, little Tommy? Your dinner's on the table." But yes, I suppose in a way, what we can do here is we can have a little. I suppose we can have a little bit of a see if this works. This is all in its infancy, all this stuff. Anyway, do you like the new little setup? It's no, it's not. But it's sort of like I say, I've decided I'm going to basically. I'm just basically working my way around it. That's the reason why I got lost. No, it's not going to work. But, we'll give it a quick go. All in its infancy and all this stuff. No, it's not going to work. But anyways, no great shakes. Give it a quick one more. If it don't work, we'll move on. It wasn't. Let's see if it'll work now. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to. No, it's not going to work. Never mind. Not the end of the world. But anyway, you get the gist. I was just going to pull out an article about, what happened on the day, but it's not going to play ball. But, we will just carry on. Because it's not the end of the world, is it? No. I'm going to try Windows, but it didn't seem to want to work. And I'm not going to mess it about with it anymore. But it's not a problem, is it? But you all get the idea of what actually happened, don't you? Yes, our Cankles McTaco Tits, he decided he's going to invade, basically kidnap Maduro. Yeah, I was actually going to watch it while I was getting the things all set up, but it came eating his dinner, Viper Scott, so I missed it. What I'll do is later on I will get around to watching it when I've finished here. I will do the catch up, so no worries. But yeah, like as I say, if please everyone who's in the chat, be it from Sir Larry, to be it from Dave McGuinness, Witchy Goth, Reagan Elite, Graham Price, and whoever and anybody else, please go like and subscribe. They do some excellent work. But yes, that's what he decided to do, didn't he? He decided, I'm going to invade Venezuela. Now we will get to why we think he did a bit later on, but that's for later on. But good evening, Phil Nelson. Oh, it's my first Friday off work for several weeks. Good to be back, and it's good to see you, my friend. But let's be honest. We all know the reason. We all have one of the reasons why we think he's invaded Venezuela, and I think this could be one of the reasons why.
Donnie invades Venezuela and kidnaps Maduro. The president of peace just kidnapped the leader of another country to distract from his own publicly known and verifiable actions as a PDF file. There's very little information at this moment. We have supposedly kidnapped Maduro and his wife and flown them out of the country. We bombed a military base and possibly other structures. We put our own military boots on the ground of another nation. Now, to be clear, Maduro is a piece of shit. He's done incredibly terrible things and doesn't deserve sympathy of any kind. But this is an unsanctioned act of war without any authorization from Congress. It is beyond the powers of a president. He didn't even wait to get a rubber stamp from the legislature he controls.
Now, the thing is, I don't know where I heard it, but hasn't he said that his idea that he doesn't believe in international law now, he just goes on his own morals. If that's what he's going to do, my God, exactly, DJ Mercy Moo. You just took the words right out of my mouth. If that's the case, we are fucked, aren't we? We are fucked. We've got 3 more years of this. Dear.
Is a very, 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 very bad escalation of his authoritarian nonsense. Also, it's worth noting, he got yet another cognitive test this morning. So, to recap, a demented old narcissist sent the American military to a foreign nation and kidnapped their leader to distract from his declining mental health and vile actions against literal children. And all of this is wrapped up in the fragile male ego of Pete Hegseth and blatant racism of Stephen Miller. This is not normal.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and absolutely, it is not normal, is it? Really, it isn't, because it's just, we don't live it. We're living in interesting times, and they do say that basically that's not a good thing, is it? But hello, Torres, don't get tasered. How he has no morals, absolutely. And good evening. Retro Man Lukewarm, President Poopy Pants. I totally agree. Yes. Yes, hope you're very, very well. Yes, dude is saying we're there for the oil, and oil companies are like, if you're talking about what you're talking about, we don't want that shit. Now, as I say, I found a very interesting video, and I'm thinking, shall I might just play it a bit earlier, because I think it all ties in with this, really. So, but let's just say that when this all happened, what did our Prime Minister do? Now, it kind of surprised you knew what he were going to do, because let's be honest, it's just like I feel sorry for anybody who's basically in charge of a country, because you're having to deal with this absolute fruitcake, aren't you? And it's just oh dear. Yeah, that video sums it up. Yes. But this is what I will do. Well, yes, he's not really said anything, has he? But I did find this little bit of an interesting give me a quick minute. This interesting little clip where you see after it had happened, you look at Zach Polanski spray paint a plane and they'll detain you without trial and call you a terrorist. Kidnap the foreign head of state, and Keir Starmer will make it clear we've played no part in it, but we'll wait for this scheduled press conference in a few hours before potentially condemning it. Well, he's going to be waiting a long time, because he's not going to get it, is he? Because he doesn't believe, like as he said, our Trump proper ploppy pants, he doesn't believe in international law. He's going to go on his own morals. Now, there are, you could say, I would say, two reasons why I think he's maybe doing this, because I think he's rather hoping that, I thought maybe it could be because he's thinking about more to do with Ukraine. But rather than I thought about it. Hello, Stephen Bank here. How are you, my friend? I hope you're very, very well. And I did think that maybe that say Trump's transactional, and if they're still buying the ammunition from America, what does it matter? And I thought maybe it's more to do with Brexit. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? To be fair to Keir, it's not like he can come on TV and say, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm sure we all want him to. Yeah, you're probably right. And I don't think that's in his nature, really. I don't think it's in the sort of thing he would do. And so, but as I said, this is what he said.
I want to establish the facts first. I want to speak to President Trump.
I
want to speak to allies. As I say, I can be absolutely clear that we were not involved in that. And as you know, I always say and believe we should all uphold international law. But I think at this stage, fast-moving situation, let's establish the fact. I want to establish the facts first. I want to speak to President Trump. I want to speak to allies. As I say, I can be absolutely clear that we were not involved in that. And as you know, I always say and believe we should all uphold international law. But I think at this stage, fast-moving situation, let's establish the fact. I want to establish the facts first.
Yes, I want to establish the facts first. Now, the thing is for me, that look on his face, that's just the rabbit in the headlights, and the look as if to say, I do not fucking need this. I do not need this shit. I'll have been thinking, I just woke up from quite a very nice time with the family, looking forward to the new year, and then I'm left with this shit. Hello, Rachel from accounting. I'm greatly surprised that it didn't have a hole in it. Yes, I I take it we are talking about that 22 million, or is it £1 billion black hole? Well, then it was a case of, as I was basically, saw that, and see, the thing is, Zach Polanski, I also think that he can basically say whatever he likes, because he's not in charge. But I think he's got a bit of a point there. I did think he did have a bit of a point there. But when I saw this, let's just say, this just didn't half remind me of the situation. As you can see, there's Keir Starmer, trying not to look on. This is Venezuela, and the dog here is just planted the axe into Venezuela, and as you can tell, the dog is Donald Trump, and that's what it looks like to me. Nope, no, I can't see anything. Yes. Yes. That's what it reminded. That's what it reminded me of. Squirrel Impossible, exactly. Plaza's got a point, but if he was PM right now, he would be doing and saying the exact same thing. But politics, it's politics, I suppose. Yeah, it is exactly. I was listening to James O'Brien this morning, and he said some of that just a bit of, and I thought it kind of, it sort of like kind of makes a little bit of sense for me. I'm not so canny canine, exactly. But the thing is, though, with Donald Trump, he's basically telling you what he's going to do. There's no hiding it anyway. But the thing is, he said something. You can see the lawyer in him. He's not somebody who has an ideology, does he? It's a case of that. Whether it's for good or for ill, he has no ideology. He'll get a brief, and his idea is to get the best result for his client. And you just get the feeling that's what he's doing. And for me, he just looks a little bit, on the weak side. Do you know what I mean? It just makes him look incredibly weak, but if that's the way he wants to play it, that's the way he wants to play it, I suppose. But anyway, what I will do is, I was going to save this for later, but I think, do you know what? It probably would make more sense if I get to it now, because I think this is very, very interesting. Because, it's a bit longer than 6 minutes, but it is really, really interesting. I've seen this young lady before, and clearly she's very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent, and she knows her shit. And what she has to say here is very, very interesting. And it proper made me think, hello, Charlie Cat fan club. Big up to Charlie Cat. Exactly. Charlie says you must not go off with strangers in funny cars. But the interesting bit about this is because Exactly. Wake up and smell the rosemary. Charlie Cat for First Minister. Exactly. Who's going to be Prime Minister? Sir Larry. But this is interesting. She made this young lady made this video 2 weeks before all this shit came down. So it's very, very interesting.
You want to learn about Venezuela? I'm getting the board. Whoever said teaching wasn't physical? All right, people want to know about what's going on between the United States and Venezuela, but in order to understand what's going on today, you need to understand what has gone on before. That's why history is so important, guys. Come on. Venezuela and the U.S. I've decided to do this chronologically because I feel like doing history metaphorically difficult. Number one, pre-1998. Pre-1998, Venezuela had a huge oil supply, actually biggest in the world, and the biggest stakeholder was a U.S. company called Exxon. Why is this important? Because of their huge oil supply in Venezuela, Exxon took it over. So the vast amount of profit, the percentage of profit, went to the U.S. and Venezuela as a country got next to nothing. And because of this, their economy started to fail. And as their economy started to fail, guess what? A dictator waiting in the wings wanted to jump in and save themselves from God knows who. Oh, from the United States. How do I get steak and oil companies just taking over the...
Yeah, I thought you might have enjoyed that. Yeah, I thought you might have seen it, Reagan. Yeah, exactly. I was just... It's brilliant. When you did the other one, I can't remember the name of the film that you mentioned. I saw it too. And the thing is, I didn't know that they have a shitload of gold as well. So I wonder why America is so interested in Venezuela, in the drugs. I mean the oil in Venezuela.
The entire world. Number two, 1998. That's not right. I hate it when I can't write numbers properly. Hugo Chavez was a democratically elected president of Venezuela. Now, once he got in, again I say democratically, he started to push towards authoritarianism, and he started reducing the checks and balances of the democratic system. Side point, does that remind you of anybody else? He also started to rewrite the Constitution to solidify his dictatorial power. Parallels are really uncanny. In 2002, a woman named Maria Machado, ignore how I said that, but keep that name locked in your head because she's going to be important later, created an organization called SUMAT in order to overthrow the Chavez government. Psst, who do you think was funding her operation? You guessed it. George W. Bush, President of the United States at the time, was funding her through the National Endowment of Democracy. You know what? People just make up names to mean anything nowadays. So through this National Endowment for Democracy, the United States funded Machado in order to overthrow Chavez. And when it didn't work, Bush said, "Not my problem, I didn't know anything about it." And she was eliminated from all political life going forward. And then, in 2002, Bush was a very busy guy. Number four, in 2007, Chavez, reinvigorated with power and an authoritarian regime, decides to nationalize Venezuelan oil. Ruh-roh. That meant that Venezuela took all of Exxon's money, all their oil, and all their access to oil, and shifted the lion's share of profits back to Venezuela and left Exxon, well, not a lot of money. P.S. Exxon then sued and won $1.4 billion in a claim. But what kind of international police force are we going to get for Venezuela to be forced to pay Exxon? None. After that huge shift of economic power, Venezuelan oil dropped from 3 million barrels a day way down to 700,000 barrels a day due to corruption and, let's be honest, informal sanctions put on them by the United States because they just stole a bunch of their money from corporations. Stole might be a US word, considering the oil was on Venezuelan land and considered a Venezuelan resource. But
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's amazing what they playing words. How can you steal something that isn't yours in the first place?
The US really does imperialism out of 10, don't they? Ooh, new chalk. Number 5, a guy named Madero, used to be the VP of Chavez, takes over, and he starts building an even stronger authoritarian government. I forgot the year. 2013. Obama calls the drug cartel and this particular regime a threat to democracy and national security of the United States. That's then followed by Trump putting on economic sanctions in 2017. Are you with me so far? This is about to get interesting.
Yes, no worries, Indy Duck Bell. Take care, love, and hopefully see you soon.
Interesting, I mean even more corrupt. 6, 2025. I brought you right up to the present. Maria Machado, remember I told you to remember that name, wins the Nobel Peace Prize. And who does she dedicate it to? None other than Donald Trump. And it's at this point that Donald Trump begins attacking boats, Venezuelan boats, calling them drug cartels, talking about revitalizing and restoring democracy to Venezuela, and talking about how they're a threat to national security. And guess what? The US gotta go in and save some people. Oh, and P.S. Donald Trump wants his oil back. It's the ending that's really gonna get ya. The big question about why Donald Trump is doing this is why, and I think the answer is gonna surprise you a little bit. Number 1, he is going to claim that he is going to liberate Venezuela. Guys, always be careful when the United States of America liberates anything, because usually it means they're going to take it. And he's going to install Maria as the president, formally excommunicated from all political life, but she's going to serve a purpose.
Now, now it'll be interesting if she does give him the Nobel Peace Prize. It'll be very, very interesting, won't it?
Number 2, Machado will then give oil rights back to, you guessed it, Exxon. 80% goes to them, 20% back to Venezuela. Everybody's happy and a new power is installed, but that's not the only reason this is happening. This last one's gonna blow you away. Number 3. Is it about oil? Absolutely. They want control of the world's biggest oil supply, but that's not the full answer. What the
Now, I found this bit very interesting.
real answer is U.S. currency rates. Follow along, this gets tricky. Oil has always been traded in U.S. dollars, called petrol. And what that has served the United States in doing is solidifying, is stabilizing, is increasing US dollars. Because if anybody wants to buy oil anywhere in the world, they have to use US currency. It artificially inflates the price of the US dollar and stabilizes the US economy. This is the real problem. Because what Trump and the United States is really afraid of are BRICS nations. What are they? They are nations, they are countries that have gotten together and are starting to trade without the United States, especially oil, and not use the US currency as their trading denomination. And that is going to possibly submarine the US economy. So is it about oil? Sure, but what really it's about is about the United States being able to control the entire market of trade when it comes to oil, thus inflating and propping up the US economy. So when somebody says, is it about the oil? Say sure, but that's just a vehicle for them to control everything else.
Interesting, eh? Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Jon Stewart did a good sketch about Venezuela and Trump's speech. Yes. But hello, Ben Shaw. I hope you're very, very good. Good to see you, my friend. Yes. My mate Alan went backpacking in South America when he was made redundant. He found Venezuela a bit scary because the locals thought he was an American. Jesus Christ. When will this Steve been in? Is it just recent? This plan sounds too smart for Trump. You're probably right, but I get the feeling it's people behind the scenes. Won't be surprised if the likes of, Stephen Vampire Miller and one or two others. So, but yeah, I found, what should I say, very, very interesting. Very interesting. See, this is what happens when you when you listen to too much Vanilla Ice and Jedward. I'd love to say anything. I'd love to say something about her hair, but I'm bald as a badger practically, so I cannot. I cannot really say anything. But I have to say she does have an amazing haircut. I'll give her that. But yeah, just absolutely amazing. But let's get myself all on. Yeah, Miller and Co. Yeah, I think you're probably right. No, it was about 15 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not surprised. Well, you can definitely tell that they're very suspicious when it comes to America. It doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. But anyway. Hello, JD. How are you? The dollar has been losing value recently, so the USA has found a way to prop it up. I think you're probably right. I think you are probably right. See, it's like, I do agree with you, Tommy Lee Cadden. Far too intelligent for what you call it, our Donald Rump. Far too intelligent. You can see the cognitive mental decline with him now. It's in full flow. It's there for everybody to see. He's like your sad old granddad, who's just had one too many sherries, and you just think, come on, granddad, let's get you back to bed now. You've had too much, and he's now going into full on racist rant now. So yeah, I did. I just say I found what she had to say very, very interesting. But then let's have a bit of a giggle and a bit of not so much of a giggle to a certain bit. But hello, boil your head, man. How are you? Ice Barbie has her lips done and looks even more ridiculous. Ice Barbie. Who's that? Is that I forgot her name now. The wit dark hair. I've forgotten her name now. Her name's escaped me. She will shot the dog. I can't quite remember. Not Pam Bondi. I can't think of her other name now. Gas has been getting lower out here, but people don't realise that once OPEC is flooded the market and then shut off that hose completely right before midterms. Krusty Gnome, that's it. Yeah, Krusty Gnome. Cheers for that, guys. Yeah, I could see her face, but anyway. But over here, the one thing I've always found, those people who are the most, you would say, the biggest set of snowflakes I've ever seen in your entire life. I would say probably the biggest set of Pam Bondi's legal Barbie. Crusty knob. But you know when it comes to I find the right wing, the extreme right wing, some of their biggest set of snowflakes I've ever seen. You know, I also think it's a bit of the grift as well. And what happened on New Year's Eve? Well, you know, like every year, they do they're welcoming in the new year, and with you could say with the fireworks, but actually. For some strange reason, the reform types are spitting mad about the London New Year fireworks. Anything about peace, love and harmony boils their piss, and their agenda depends on unrest, hatred and division. I wonder what could have happened to have them really, absolutely clunking on their chewing on their knuckles and clunking on their keyboards. Let's have a find out here.
Here's what England means to me, the real England. When it's sunny, it's too hot. When it's cold, the weather's rubbish. England to me is a cup of tea. How many sugars? I'm sweet enough. England to me is Caribbean barbers with the sharpest trim. It's Christian neighbours saying happy Hanukkah, mate, and Muslim mums saying Merry Christmas, love. And you think you're seeing flags now? Wait until the World Cup's on. Then you'll know about flags, my son. Because this is what England means to me. It's about loving each other, no matter what colour you are, where you're from, or who your God is. Because this is England. This is the United Kingdom.
All right, I see. Yes. Yes, no wonder Rupert Law's crying over fireworks. He's an absolute muppet, that guy is. And he's another one crying over, is like Tommy Ten Names crying over the fact that there may be the chance of banning Twitter. For me personally, I think I would love to see it happen, because Twitter's just become you could say, an absolute skip fire in it. But yes, they were absolutely losing their shit, you could say, over it. And absolutely hilarious. So when I saw that, I thought, let's see if I can maybe get let's see if I can maybe get an article about this. Now, if it works, this will be absolutely brilliant. Blue Sky seems to be better. Yeah. I'm as I say, I'm not on. You could say Blue Sky, but I am, but I don't really go on it that often. And let's just say, so I decided, I thought I will go looking for, an interesting article about all this bollocks. And as you will find, I did. This is hilarious. Yes. Let's just say that a certain individual who decided to go down. Now, something tells me that I think you'll get the picture about where he's where he's on the political spectrum. Because, like I said, because it was in the Daily Fail, but it's hilarious. Don't you worry, I'll do it when it comes to him speaking, I'll do it in the full-throated, absolute right-wing, complete wingnut voice. A reveller has revealed that attending Sadiq Khan's London New Year's Eve fireworks can really be like complaining viewers paid £45 only to be penned in like sheep with an awful view. My thought processes on this was, why go? If you're going to pay £45, why go? I certainly wouldn't. But it gets better. The 12-minute display from the mayor kicked off at midnight as Brits across the country celebrated the beginning of 2026 and was broadcasted on the BBC. Yeah, exactly. Why don't you just watch it on the BBC? But some viewers were less than impressed with this year's offering, accusing organisers of featuring an advert for the new Wicked movie and criticised it for not featuring Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon, who died earlier in 2025. Now, as much as I been a massive fan of the Ozzy Osbourne, would it be inappropriate for New Year's celebration? I don't know. The 100,000 people lining the banks of the River Thames and millions more watching on the BBC saw visuals from the film projected on the London Eye. Although content creator, now you see where this is going, content creator Alex Dodman told how attending the display is not all it's cracked up to be, hitting out at £20 burgers, a fucking awful view and audible music at the 2024-2025 event. If you ever wondered if you're missing out going into London to watch the famous New Year's Eve firework display, don't worry, you're not, Mr. Dobson told his 200,000 followers on Instagram. It's fucking shit. He lamented how years ago attending the fireworks was free and easy to get to due to free travel on the London Underground on 31st of December every year. In 2014, then Mayor Boris Johnson announced that from the year all future displays will be ticketed and no longer free. No doubt he'll find a way to blame the Muslim mayor. Costless travel on the Underground for New Year's Eve ended in 2020 due to financial pressures brought on by the pandemic and has not been reinstated. I'm surprised a bit. I bet he'll be one of these COVID deniers as well. I wonder if he's had his COVID jab. Describing free journeys as a nice little gesture to the people of London, Mr. Dodman went on, but that's all stopped now, and as this is now named the Mayor of London New Year's Eve celebration, it all makes sense. Describing his experience at last year's event, he added, my ticket cost £45 for the green zone behind the London Eye, where you're all penned in like sheep. And the last entry is 10:30 p.m. and now you've got over an hour and a half to kill them in a massive crowd. If you're an anxious person, this would be your worst nightmare. Well, don't go then. The content creator went on to say that the only crumbs of comfort available for those waiting for the fireworks are portaloos, massive queues for a food truck where the burger will set punters back 20 quid. Well, bring your own food then. Or even better, just stay home, watch on the BBC, have crack open a few cans, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and Dick's your wife's best friend. Images of the truck menu show a big cheeseburger costs £22 with chips, another £6.50 on top. Cheese dip, cheesy chips will set customers back £9.50 with a classic cheeseburger comes in at £16. He added his view of the firework was fucking awful and located right in front of a building site. As for the big event itself, Mr. Dodman said, the fireworks themselves were, fireworks, loud and bangy. But I've just watched it back on the BBC, and this whole thing is definitely set up for TV. We could hardly hear any of the music, and got none of the good stuff like Paddington from Down Here. However, after the display was over, according to Mr. Dodman, his ordeal was far from complete. Far from complete. He described getting out of the area the worst fucking bit, with the tubes absolutely rammed, and concluded the whole event was a waste of time. Mr. Dodman said, "This is no exaggeration. It was one of those shittiest, pointless nights I've ever had." Many of the followers agreed with the candid review, with one attendee from last year's event adding, "Accurate. I was in the same section. I couldn't even buy a drink, not even a bottle of water." A second said, "I'd rather rip my face off and throw salt on it." I can guarantee what you're going to get from Mayor Sadiq Khan. Say here. It'll be Mayor Sadiq Khan said today the London firework display is the greatest in the world, and that the theme for this year's edition was togetherness. He said, we spend a lot of time and effort curating our New Year's Eve celebration. The theme for tonight's celebration is togetherness. Now, the thing is, Daily Mail, you could have done that, them two paragraphs, and just could have taken that bit and just said, Mayor Sadiq Khan said he spent a lot of time and effort curating the New Year's Eve celebrations. The theme for tonight's celebration is togetherness. I think diversity is a strength, not a weakness. It makes us richer, not poorer, stronger, not weaker. I think you can be a proud Londoner, but also someone whose country of origin is somewhere across the globe. And this is where Mr. Rodman's head fucking exploded. But I'm delighted that we have once again shown why London New Year's Eve celebrations are the greatest in the world. This is where the heads explode, but many viewers were less than impressed with the final offering, accusing it of essentially including an advert for the new Wicked movie, released at the end of November. The display from the mayor features prominent visuals and songs from Wicked for good and in event partnership between his office and Universal Pictures. Well, I think it's obvious that's the point of the advert. They're not going to have a partnership with Universal Pictures for nothing, are they? Fucking melts. But anyway, you get the picture. You get the picture. Hello, Rabbiggins, how are you, my friend? And hello. Hello, Chrissy84, how are you, my friend? Head-faced ranter from Rochester. You're not wrong, Counter. Sounds like it's really popular. Yeah. Hello, Eugenius, how are you, my friend? Yes, I had a bum deal of the year. How about you? I'm glad you enjoyed it, Billy. When I was reading it, I was falling about laughing. I thought, my God, I bet he's a bundle of joy. Exactly, Tommy Lee. He sounds like a right miserable bastard, but to be fair, £16 for a cheeseburger and £22 for a big cheeseburger is a bit unreasonable. Yeah, I totally agree. That's the reason, when you went to Pictures, you didn't buy the food, did you? Of course you don't. You take your own food in. I wonder what I was doing over your side of the gammon rage. Exactly. He got chased out of Liverpool, didn't he? All right, yeah, chased out Liverpool, and then he went back, and there's a video of people throwing fireworks at him, and he's But anyway, but you can guarantee, let's be honest, the guy who's getting all upset, let's be honest, he'd be one of these sorts of people. Yes. He'll have been one of these sorts of fucking morons. Yes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're a young child and you're going out to the shops with your mum, or maybe going out for a walk, heading off to the park, and let's just say you are from the minority, of a minority community, you should say, and then you bump into these morons.
Perfect. We've got another supporter coming now. Got another supporter.
Fucking stare them.
Muhammad is a false prophet. Britain forever should be slaves. Rule Britannia.
Marmalade and jam, 3 cream crackers up your arse and bang, bang, bang. That's what I say to that bollocks. He must be so proud of himself. What a fucking melt. What a belt up. Yeah, let's be honest. That'll be the sort of person that Mr. Rodman is. A complete and utter melt. I remember those episodes. These comments above are about my main man Purple. Ah, right. Where's Liz Truss when they want British gammon markets? Yeah, exactly. Has that guy actually got a cape on? Sad bastard. Yes. Their one brain cell is shared to all of them. Strangely enough, Viper Scott, I was looking at them and I was watching that video. If I was stood in between all that, I'd be saying there's at least 7 GCSEs in this group, and they're all mine. Numpty doesn't even know the words. Yeah, exactly. Fuck, I've never seen these twats while driving. Exactly. Do they even know all the lyrics to Rule Britannia or even the national anthem? Probably not. I won't say so. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat because one of the things you've noticed when it comes to all these complete bell taps in the right wing, the new thing that they do it now is they have great fun with fucking AI, and let's just say this is just absolutely hilarious. And they have fun with AI, and then they produce some absolute shite like this. Look at the fucking state of that. Yes. It's like the guy, somebody put in, like Andrew Jensen fucked up the anthem by singing, Jesus, God save our Queen. I'm an insomniac. Sorry for the horrendous voice. Now you can tell the reason why I was never a vocalist. But yeah, the right wing somebody put a right wing arsehole tried to post this and claim it was when Britain was great. Couldn't even be bothered to find a photograph from the 1980s to illustrate his point. Yeah, it was somebody had been, you could say, using AI. Look at the state of this. Either this man's so I don't know about you, but that exactly, his legs are on backwards. Love from... Hello, Gilly Gullible. How are you, my friend? I hope you're very well. Love from the city. Absolutely. Day-Our Insomniac was... All that was missing, Counter Kev, was that horrendous dress she was wearing. But look at... Now, it's like they're saying that they're driving on the right-hand side of the road. But when I saw that, I a few real pictures and couldn't find one with a black or Asian person in it. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, exactly, JD. Walking forward, going backwards. Yeah. Was it the fashion back then? I was young and not too focused during that time. Yeah, well, both English and American can agree that's his Is that lad coming or going? Exactly. Does time go forward or backwards? Imagine having to reverse into the bog when you're going to have a pee. I can imagine him going for a shit is nigh on impossible. Hello, Granny Waddlebottom. How are you? Good evening, Mr. Patsy. I thought I'd drop in and see if my beloved hunky scouse boy Graham has been and have a few minutes before Nige starts speaking here in London, Maine. Graham. Speaking of Nigel, I've got a lovely video that's just come out about 18 minutes ago. A very, very interesting one. So, sorry, I'm crying. But yes, all I will say is, Graham, run. But yes, all I will say is that, yes, I've... Also, if he goes to a urinal, how does he know he's finished? How does he know he's not pissing down his trouser leg? Graham, run! Yes. Yeah, but I'll just have interest. Is that Ted the Head? Before he had to have all his operations. Definitely fake, no Greg's. Graham, yeah, run. Oh, Yamini Ref. Last night I spent 3 hours looking out of my bedroom window, seeing cars and vans trying to drive up the hill outside my house. It was hilarious. I can well imagine. Hello, global citizen. How are you? What a wild week it's been. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, my friend. I suppose when you could say that our complete cretin, that is the Mango Mussolini, says something sensible, I suppose it should be a case of we know that something really serious is going to happen. But anyway, so his skid marks would be on the front of his undies, quite possibly. Well, at least he'll be able to check that his backside's clean. Won't he? There's nothing worse than using tissue, but then having a bit of a look, make sure it's clean. There's nothing worse than that, is there? Anyway, there's a bit of like relief. I say these shows, I always like a little bit of relief. Yeah, I can't agree with you, James. You're politically speaking, 2026 is going to be hell. There's going to be a shit fire in it, let's be honest, or a skip fire, I suppose I should say. No two ways about it. But anyway, here's a bit of light relief. Because I always tend to do this because when it comes to the you could say that their life and all that. Give it a choice between a human and a furry animal. My daughter will always choose the furry animal, and so I always put on a little something so my daughter can enjoy a little bit of a lightheartedness. And this is quite funny.
What the hell is this thing? It's like a loud snake.
Chippy, put that down before you hurt yourself.
Will you stop talking, Sharon? I know what I'm doing. Ow!
Shut up.
Who the hell are you talking to?
There once was a cat, and the cat was me, and I made a little boat, and I went to sea. My ears perked up, and my paws went down. Oh, meow, my kitty cat's meow.
Diedrich, what the hell are you doing up there?
Tree yoga. It balances my spirit with bark energy and
To me, that is Sir Larry.
100% organic sunlight.
Your spirit's fine, but your testicles are hanging out.
Exactly. That's how the sun gets in. Now let me vibe, girl.
Okay, that's fine. Ow, 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 man. Ow, ow, that hurt. Ow. Ow, is this your first date? Ow, 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 ow. I wanted a trim, not amputation. Ow, ow. Mama, come here, brother. Ate all the cookies. Look, come here. Look at him. Look.
What a snitch, eh? Disgraceful.
Look.
Why you snitching?
He ate all the cookies, Mama. Punish him. Look.
Oh my God, is this a new rug? Oh, I freaking love it. Oh, it feels so good on my little paws. Oh, and I love the color. It goes so well with the rest. It kind of matches me, actually. Oh, you got to tell me, where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Can you get 7 more? I want the whole freaking house covered in these things.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, Chrissy. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If I ever spot one, I'll have it on for the show for my daughter. Because, I think we should have more furry animals in power, because I think they'll be more trusted than some of us. Man, sure, I won't be too keen on the laws if they say rule number 1: all humans have got to sniff each other's butts. I won't be right keen on that. Apparently, do hitting the gap being between the balls and exit pose. The only thing is good for yeah, you're probably right there. Actually, animal magic flashback to Johnny Morris, maybe a lot too long ago. I remember Johnny. I remember them, and I also remember. Is it heartbeat, but heart attack or heartbeat? I agree, one or the other by was it Johnny Morris? Oh, I could be wrong. Do the art. I remember that as a kid. But anyway, let's pop on. So now you've all been saying 2026 is going to be a bit shit, and you could be quite right. You could have a point. You could actually have a point, because seeing as though he's taken over Venezuela, and let's just say that he's not stopping there. Oh, no. He's not stopping there. Because our Mango Mussolini, he's got eyes on but he's got eyes on taking up. He's got eyes on making plans for another big giant.
My dear people, this morning I sent my special forces to remove Ruben Emorm from Manchester United. He was a nasty man. He was destroying the team, playing 7 fucking defenders every game. I could not let it continue. Every time United were playing well and looked like winning, he fucked it up, so we dragged him from his bed and locked him up. I will now take full control of the team. We will never lose again. I will be the greatest manager ever. No one has ever been better than me. I will make United great again. Fuck the Scousers. My dear people, this morning I sent my special forces to remove Ruben
Yes.
Amorim from...
Yes. I think that's a declaration of war when it comes to Liverpool. I think our friend Graham Price will have something to say about that. Yes. Remember the elephant doing a massive shite in the Animal Magic studio? Oh, yes. 7 fucking defenders. Yes, I can. Good evening, Dodgy. Sit up. The man with the most magnificent plumage, the former Tory MP for Lichfield. How are you, and how is your TV career getting on? Don't give him any ideas. Yeah, quite right. Don't give him any ideas. I want him nowhere near my football club. That's for certain. Bradford City are doing well, and I don't want any fuck nugget like this clown fucking it up. That's for certain. Blue Pete. It could possibly be. Could old John Noakes got dragged through the mess to watch the good folk of Manchester will show Trump a proper Manchester welcome. Absolutely. I still remember them pictures, you see Manchester, you see them, that meme where you've got some Man United fans, Man United fan scrapping with one at ground officials, and they say, no, he's got to stay to watch this and he cannot leave at half time. The way Liverpool are playing, just no, I reckon Slot might be next on Trumpet's list. Oh dear. So yes, watch out, Manchester United. He's got his eyes on you. And let's just say that he's not stopping there either, because he's also got his eyes on other countries as well. Take it away. Our Donald Trump.
There's only one thing left to do, but I enjoy doing it. We'll bomb Neutron out. Get me Moscow, Peking, and Shanklin, Isle of Wight. And so the great powers and the people of Shanklin, Isle of Wight drew their net in ever-tightening circles around the most dangerous threat to peace the world has ever faced. They bombed Cairo, Bangkok, Cape Town, Buenos Aires, Harrow, Hammersmith, Stepney, Wandsworth, and Enfield. But always it was the wrong place. Enfield. We apologize for any inconvenience caused by our bombing. Sorry. There's only one thing left to do.
Yes.
But I enjoy...
Well, at least he apologised. No, not shagged at all. Is that a shag? 200 a bit Egyptian coffin thread. Yes. Yes, well, at least he apologised, didn't he? So, oh yes. Oh, it didn't stop there. Yes. More from the Cankles McTaco tits.
I don't want war. All I want is peace. 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 A little piece of Poland. A little piece of France. A little piece of Portugal. And Austria perchance. A little slice of Turkey. And all that entails. And then a piece of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. A little nip of Norway. A little spot of Greece. A little hunk of Hungary. Oh, what a lovely feast. Serbia, Albania, and Russia wouldn't hurt. Hey! A little piece of Poland, a little piece of France, a little piece of India, and Pakistan perchance. Oh! I don't want war.
He wants peace. A piece of this, and a piece of that, and a piece of the other. Elephants only ever do massive shit, except when they do some super massive ones. Yeah. To be fair, the US didn't drop 4 nukes in Spain, 2 on Greenland, and several on the US. Yes. But yes, it was a black and white when Johnny Morris is in a zookeeper's uniform. Yeah, I do. What did they call that bit where? Oh, was it the art gallery or something? Or was it a gallery? Where they show people would send their would send in their work, and sometimes there's so like David so-and-so, 5-year-old, and you think, yeah, you can tell, little stick men and whatever. It'll be say this little bit of a masterpiece caught from somebody called Roger Shuttlecock or something, and it's an absolute masterpiece. 15-year-old, and you go, fuck off! No way he's painted that. The elephant created the BBC Studios' first roundabout. Art Attack. Yeah, I remember Art Attack. I forgot the name of the guy who... I've forgotten his name now. So I saw a picture of him recently. He looked quite well. But yes, that's apologies to all too many recreational pharmaceuticals. Has my mind gone? Mea culpa. It was Blue Peter to use pointed out as you point. Yeah, oh, don't worry about it, Rabbigins. Not a problem. Exactly, Billy Kershaw. What a tune. Heart on Heart. You could be right. Yeah, Tony Hart. That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm getting him mixed up with Johnny Morris. Yeah. I think I'm on the same thing that Rob Higgins is. Oh dear. Never mind. Yeah, Tony Hart. Yes. Do the. Neil Buchanan, that's it. Cheers for that, Chris C. I can't think of his name now. I remember I used to do a little bit on that Saturday show called Number 73 or something like that. Yeah, Neil Buchanan. But yes, he doesn't want war. He wants peace. Piece of this and a piece of that and a piece of the other. I'll just narrow it down and say, he wants the whole fucking lot. But anyway, Heart to Heart, when they got together, it was murder. Yes, I remember that show. Yes, I do. Steph, well, it could have certainly been with Robert, what you call him? Was it his first wife? So died in mysterious circumstances. It was murder. Gallery tune. Was it The Albatross by Fleetwood Mac? If I remember rightly, Chrissy. I could be wrong, but something tells me The Albatross by Fleetwood Mac. But yes, that's sweet. Yeah, Morph. Yeah. Yes. I've forgotten the other character that he did, the grey-looking one. Some people thought Neil Buchanan was Banksy for a bit. Exactly, Counter Kev. Blue paint, sticky black plastic, anyone, and got to be the Fairly and washing up liquid bottle. Everything was made with a washing up bottle, wasn't it? Chaz or Chad. It could be. I love a bit of Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, very good with Fleetwood Mac, weren't there? And yes, some stories you heard about Fleetwood Mac. Oh dear. I can imagine an uncopious amount of drugs being taken. Yes. Good evening. Good evening, Sunday Cuddle. Yes, sending you and all the frolickers a big cuddle. Remember that cuddles are not just for Christmas or Sundays. Certainly not. Robert Wagner, that's it. Yes. His wife in a boating accident or something died in mysterious circumstances. You know, a song that, yes. Natalie Woods, that's it, yes. Name rings a bell, yes. Yeah, that was a Top Gear theme tune. Hello, Sarah Davis, how are you? How are you, my friend? But yes, that's what I say, he wanted a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And, but, and a chunk like Fleetwood Mac, or is it a Big Mac? Probably a Big Mac. But anyway, when it comes to I'll head a little bit back towards across the pond, seeing as though we've seen the absolute nutters of the right wing and taking the piss out of Trump a little bit more. Where when it comes to this nonsense with Venezuela, how are the cheers for that, Alistair? Yes, big thumbs up for my moderator. Don't know what I'd do without them. Certainly wouldn't because wouldn't be able to function without them. But when it comes to the likes of MAGA, now that let's just say that looks like very much like they could be heading off into war. When they said that they don't want to get involved with wars around the world, and he's breaking his promises and treating them like shit. How is MAGA going to treat this? Well, I found this very interesting little bit of a clip, and I think it sums it up perfectly. Republicans right now.
All right, don't cross this line. Otherwise, I can't support you.
It's tempting them.
Okay, I can't stay mad at you, but this one for sure.
What I like there, he's even got the lane beautifully. He's got it perfect, and he's got that perfect lane. And yes, I remember the trapdoor as well. Certainly do. But he's perfectly got Funhouse and Pat Sharp and the Twins. I didn't really watch it, Chrissy, but I do remember it. But you could possibly be right, Sunday Cuddle. Yeah, trapdoor wasn't that born from more, quite possibly. But he's got that lane perfect to a T, hasn't he? That's brilliant. But there, tells you everything you need to know.
Okay. All right, Mr. President. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Quite right, Reagan. Sums up MAGA to a T. Absolutely perfect. Willie Ruston for voices on Trapdoor. Yes, I remember Willie Ruston. And I also remember him on Through the Keyhole. Through the Keyhole. Who lives in a house like this? Oh, no, he had that American voice. Oh, I'm not going to attempt it, but, you know, family-ness. We're going through the years now. But, yeah, that just... He knows full well that he can do whatever he likes, and his base will be forever in his pocket. They will not abandon him. He knows that, and can you imagine after this year? They'll still support him, and it doesn't matter. It's like it's a cult now, isn't it? He can just pretty much say and do whatever he likes, and if you're in the cult, you're not getting out of it, are you? But I found that little clip summed it all up perfectly. Just for you, family nest theme. Like, cheers for that, Alistair. Do you know, I couldn't do this show out without the fantastic, wonderful Alistair. Please give him a thumbs up if he hasn't. He does some fantastic stuff for my channel, especially when it comes to live streams. Keeps everything running smoothly. Yeah, it's a great man. What I love with a slant. He's got that slant to a T, hasn't he? But anyway, this Portland Bill theme was my favourite. Portland Bill, I don't think I've seen. I probably have, but I can't recognise the tune. But oh yeah, I've got a couple of brilliant little videos here before we go. My God, and we've only about 15 minutes left to go. Jesus Christ, where does the time go? I could see things kicking off in America very soon. Well, yeah, especially after that shooting in Minnesota. Yes. It's like, it's let's just say that it's going full 1984 there, isn't it? You know, the party told you to reject the evidence of your own eyes and ears. It's their final and most essential command. And I wonder how many of MAGA will just reject the evidence of their own eyes and ears. Be very, very interesting. But anyway, let's head off to Venezuela again. I love this guy because he does a brilliant impression of the MAGA. Yes, it's Mr. WCW Catman. And I think he quite brilliantly shows that how our MAGA will probably treat this nonsense.
So President Kankle's just invaded Venezuela, and I couldn't be happier about it.
President Kankles, that is funny.
I love it. I just wish Dick Cheney were here to see this. I know he would have loved it. I know him and President Volvanek had their differences, but this is something they could agree on. R.I.P. to Dick Cheney. I know he's somewhere looking up at us, but I digest. You know, it had to be done. It had.
By the way, speaking of WCW, here's one for you, Reagan Elite. Do you watch a YouTube channel called Wrestle Me? I've been getting into them big style. They are hilariously funny. so funny. If you haven't watched seen the channel Wrestle Me, Reagan Elite, because I know you love your wrestling, you should watch it. It's so funny. They cover stuff about British wrestling, WCW, WF, all WrestleMania and all that. There's an excellent video of where they cover a wrestling match with Cat Weasel. Or please, Reagan Elite, find Wrestle Me. Wrestle, I think it's underscore me. Two guys I talk about. They did a brilliant. Remember when we were kids? They used to do World of Sport Wrestling 4:00. World of Sport Wrestling, and get all the British wrestlers: Rollerball Rocco, Cat Weasel, Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks. It's so hilarious. If you get it, go watch them. There's so much. There's a brilliant video of the wrestler called Cat Weasel, and his opponent was Gaylord Peacock. Yes, I shit you not. And there's a little bit where now these two were just bit of comedy wrestlers, and and let's just say that while doing a maneuver, what you call him, Gaylord Peacock had Cat Weasel in a bit of his head in a leg lock. So much so he must have Crybaby Jim Breaks. Yes, from Bradford he was as well as Les Kelly, and Cat Weasel shined. Yes, and had him in his head in a leg lock. Cheers for that, Viper Scott. So much so that Cat Weasel's false teeth fell out and landed on Gaylord Peacock's chin. I pissed myself laughing. These two, hilariously funny. Go watch them. You will be in hysterics. It will make your weekend, my friend. Giant Haystacks versus Big Daddy in White House lawn. Yes, exactly. But anyway, let's get back onto this.
Venezuela was the single biggest threat to the world since they tried to change the Cracker Barrel logo. That's just facts. It had to be done. You know they got weapons of mass destruction down there? They said Hitler fled to South America after World War II. You can't tell me his 136-year-old ass ain't down there. This had to be done. You know, they got Carnival Cruise Line boatfuls of fentanyl just leaving Venezuela and driving straight to the baby formula factories here in the U.S. Do you want your babies drinking that fentanyl formula? I don't think so. You know, 1 minute it's all goo, goo, gaga. Next thing they're hitting that fentanyl lean in the crib. This had to be done because that guy was a dictator. And look, we don't have money for food, health insurance, medication, or housing, but this is America. There's always money for war. It had to be done. That guy was a dictator. Trump was just liberating the people. And the oil. And there's oil, I'll give you that. But he just fixing their pipelines until it's safe. Look at it like an episode of Bar Rescue. Trump, he took one look at them oil-rich madhouse they were running down there, and he said, I've had enough. I'm going in. And he busted through the door, and he said, I'm going to kill somebody. You're going to kill somebody down here the way you're running this place. And I can hear you Democrats crying now, oh, boo-hoo, it's a war for oil. It's a war for oil. Good. I'm almost at all the bags of gas I stored up a few years ago. You know, I bet you won't be crying when you're paying 37 cents for gas. And by the end of it, I bet they'll be paying you to take it off their hands. I'll break it down for you idiots. See, here in the United States, we got a milkshake, but over there in Venezuela, they got a lot more milkshakes. So what Trump did is he took a straw and he stretched it all the way down to Venezuela. And he said, I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Good evening. Good evening, Kirsty Hamilton. How are you, my friend? I hope you're very, very well. Good to see you. And hello, Richard. How are you? Oh, dear. He's so funny. President Cankles. Jim the Anvil Night. You could possibly have been. But yeah, back in the day, Edwin Sweet wrestled that Savile. Yeah, I've seen. I've seen a clip, and he said if I'd have known what he'd been doing before that, I'd have given him even more. Yeah, it's like somebody. It's like somebody mentioned he'd watched one of that WrestleMania where the British Bulldog pre-steroids, he looked like a little boy. Yeah, were he fighting Crybaby Jim Breaks, if I remember rightly? Oh dear. But I see you've got the link. Go watch it, my friend. Absolutely, there's so many, loads of American old stuff, and it's so funny. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it did. But do go watch it. But I found this little bit of a interesting, and I just think it sums up what let's be honest, what America are really like. Yeah, and he was in his underpants and a vest. He looked like he forgot his PE kit. See, the thing is, Tommy Lee Cannon, that's what wrestling was like in them days. Absolute. I was surprised that how many British wrestlers lived in my hometown. There were Masson Bull, I think he lived up in Wibsey. Les Kelly and Crybaby Jim Breaks. I think there was somebody else as well, but I can't quite remember. But yes, this is, to me, I think this sums up America to a T. It's like, if you need any help or any aid, there's only one reason why they'll give you it.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to meet you and your people. The U.S. government supports you in every possible way, ideologically, of course. Yes. However, we cannot offer any military aid at this time.
With all due respect, Ambassador, we need more than that. We are
Yes. They'll soon change the tune.
Dealing with terrorism on a daily basis.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Warlords overrun villages.
Yes, that's regrettable.
Rapes, tortures, all manner of human atrocities.
That's really sad.
Yes, it doesn't matter. You're not going. They're overstretched. They can do no more for you.
The U.S. military is simply spread too thin. We can't afford another intervention at this time.
But what we could use your help with, really, is protecting our vulnerable, plentiful, and newly discovered oil reserves.
Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go. Welcome to democracy. It's been a pleasure and
Yes, exactly, guys. Welcome to democracy. Bradford still just retains a wrestling background, Olympic level wrestling in recent times, not just on a Friday night in town. Yes, you're not wrong. I remember last time we decided to take our eldest to watch wrestling at St George's Hall, and I'm trying to think. There were, if my son were here, he'd tell us straight away, but they were doing a bit of a raffle. There were I can't remember. I think he might have been a Bulgarian wrestler, but a big, thick set lad. But I can't remember his name. They had a signed signature. For all I knew, it could have been. It could have been one at wrestling that just brought the name and whatever. But did a raffle, and a friend of ours who went with us, we bought ticket with him, and we had a proper cracking night. And well, first was this guy. He was a very good heel. He was very, very good. Played up to the crowd brilliantly. And they said, and now we have local lads, so-and-so. And he popped up this guy with the smallest pair of trunks you've ever seen. They must have sprayed it on him. So that was it. We all looked at each other. We went, he's one of our own. He's one of our own. Budgie Smugglers, he's one of our own. And the whole rep just went in fits of giggles. And the guys in the ring pissed themselves laughing. And it got to a point where everybody were around the ring. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. budgie smugglers. He's one of our own. Yes. No worries, Graham Price. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, you take care, my friend. Have a cracking weekend. And once he reaches his eighth can, you know what to do. You know, just don't make any sudden movements. Just smile, wave, then just move slowly back. You know, shut the door, lock it, and then throw away the key. But yes, remember to wipe your feet on the self-independence door. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. Budgie smugglers that play the world's... Oh, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can. If it don't work, then we will...
Are you all
see
for this making?
It's gonna... Oh, here we go. Right, let's see if it'll work. It's... Yeah, fuck off. Right. See if I can get it to do it. Let's see if it works. Not now. Can't be arsed with you. Right, let's see if it works. Oh, I don't want that. Right, use... With... I'm not... it's fucking me about. I'd love to do it. I'd love to be able to do it, but it's fucking me about. Asking me to put in my passkey and this and that or the other. The UK Pro Wrestling is still going strong. There are a few really good indie companies out there. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I know what you mean, Counter Kev. But I found this just like let's just say that you could say our Donny. Yeah, exactly, Kirsty. Yes, it can be so tough. It's asking me to sign into my Facebook, and I use my password key on me for my Windows, whatever, and it's asking me to go and use my phone on it. I can't be arsed with you. No, it is. But cheers for that anyway, Alistair. Well, this perfectly sums up the whole situation with our Cankles McTaco tits. You know, with what he did with Venezuela, and you could say it sets a precedent, because for simple reason, this could happen anywhere. Could happen on your street as well.
In a stunning late-night operation, I had some friends of mine execute a raid on my neighbor Tom's house. He put up quite a fight, but we got through, and he's in custody. I haven't liked what he's been doing over there for a while now, so I've decided to run his house myself. He leaves his Christmas lights up too long. He never trims his avocado tree that hangs over my fence, and I believe he's running fentanyl out of there. I can't prove the last one, but it makes sense. I've seen him speak Spanish. I got rid of the wife as well. I didn't really have a problem with her, but we did do a 4th of July block party, and she brought empanadas, so better safe than sorry. I've got them at a Residence Inn a couple towns over. I've been using his home as my own little man cave. Pretty great. It turns out he has a fantastic wine cellar that I have tapped into extensively. Anyway, I'll be running his home until a time when I can have a safe, proper, and judicious turnover to some other guy. Which probably won't be happening soon. And just a heads up, I plan to take over some other neighbors' homes as well. Phil, across the street, has a pretty cool car I'd like to be in charge of. And Alex, who lives catty corner from me, has a wife who's a yoga instructor. Be taking that one soon. Again, doing it for the good of the neighborhood, so stay tuned.
Yes. Yes, very much so. I've made a cock up on more than one occasion. Well, yeah, I've got a washing up to tackle. Catch you guys. You know what is Chris say? Have a stay safe and have a cracking weekend, my friend. And thanks for stopping by. I survived just. But yeah, I think that's perfectly aptly put, isn't it? Yeah. So what's to stop somebody breaking into your house and saying, "I'm doing it for the good of the neighborhood." It's just it's just, I thought it was just a great example, wasn't it? Just a fantastic example. But anyway, right. I know I have I do have a few people in from Scotland, like my dear friend Alistair and Dave McGuinness and all over, you could say, in Scotland. Have you anybody heard of a show called Scot Squad? It's like I just as I were browsing, for bits of material for my show, and I came across this bit. This you could say this sort of like clip. It's sort of like, yeah. So you have, yeah. Is that the term for? Yes, duck in wheelchair for 5 cans behind someone honked first cars passing. Yes. Scot Squad is great. Yes. So I as I say, I've not seen any of these, but let's just say that as I was looking, and I just thought I saw the Scottish flag on the clip, and I thought, oh, I'll have a little look, and I just wet myself laughing. This is just absolutely hilarious. This will be sort of like a good way to go out with a bit of a good giggle, and take it away. This is hilarious.
Stop in the danger zone.
It doesn't matter. I don't care how many items you've got.
Hey guys.
I'm going first.
Guys.
Excuse me.
Keep doing a wee bit, thank
right.
you.
Sorry, sweetheart. So right, Shagger.
Oh.
What's been happening here? Right, I've come out the house early. Alright, I've got all my stuff ready. And this idiot here.
Just asked to go.
Right,
Let's
not call names.
Excuse me. Stop shouting.
What's your name? I'm Claire. And what's your name? Tam Spraggins. And I'd thank you to stand up when you're speaking to me. Right, okay. So, do you want to fill us in what's been happening? Right.
I just asked.
Wait a minute. She asked me.
One at a time. One at a time.
I had one item and I just asked, can I please go in front? And he just went. I come down here, get my scones to put in my granny's grave, alright? Get my breakfast, my all-day breakfast, get out, set myself up for the day. You and really?
Oh,
this idiot standing there.
Hey,
we are
stop calling her an idiot.
Claire,
How many scones does your gran need?
Listen, I lay them at her grave, alright? It's a wee tradition that I do.
Was that 10 scones at a grave?
It's her birthday, she was a big woman. Shagger, you've come up with a new thing, right?
Jack McLaren, PC
Sorry,
Jack McLaren.
sorry, PC
Shagger,
McLaren.
yes I am. Do I look like Shagger? Yes I am. Am I Shagger? Yes I am. You call me Jack McLaren? Yes you will, okay?
Okay, PC McLaren.
Claire, sorry, we'll sort this out. Obviously,
I mean, this lady,
in
she'll
a bit
need
of
one
an
item.
emergency.
Okay, right, listen, on you go then, alright? That's good, you're being the bigger person. What do you mean being the bigger person? I feel as if you're nipping at me here. You know, you're nice, Shagger, do you know what I mean? But you're getting on my nerves. But you need to understand, it's not just today. This is it just coming to a head. It's every day. You know, that poor lassie's just been the brunt of it. But listen, I'm really sorry that you've had to come out. for this, and I apologise, and I'd just like to say sorry, and I'm really sorry. Okay, right, I'm sorry about it, Shagger. Alright,
Hey.
catch you later.
PC McLaren.
PC
Shagger,
McLaren.
it's a fact, but I'm PC McLaren.
Sorry about that.
Thinking this volcano is dormant, the officers walk away,
Another one you want to go in front of me, I know, because you seen them
only
later on.
for it to erupt for a second time.
Let's show me that shit, clown. Let's show.
Oh, move it. Come on. Have his scones. Come
Oh,
on, you.
these scones.
Ridiculous.
Thanks to a crazy...
All right, Shagger. PC Shagger. Oh dear, when I saw that, I just pissed myself. Scones for Granny's grave. Hope the nallow fat. PC Shagger. Peace, absolutely hilarious. But anyway, oh dear, I have to say, I've not laughed so much on this Friday Frolic for as much as that. Oh, I've had a cracking couple of hours, and I just can't believe. Maybe try stories on Granny's grave. You're having his belt. I love the way he just grabs him by the back. Come on. Oh, God, I hope I'm broke a rib there, Alistair. But anyway, before we go, I just like get yourself ready for more enjoyment with, because I'm sure our Ed Thompson will soon be getting himself ready for a live stream. So get yourself a pot of tea or crack open another can. About the day. Yeah, but hey, midget, you have been warned. Yes, exactly. But anyway, I hope you've had a fantastic Friday for all. I've absolutely, I would say it's probably the best one I've had for quite a while. I had some good fun. I have to say my joy's aching now. And it's the streams I need to I'm sure. I think Ed Thompson will be on at 7:30. I get the feeling Max will probably have one as well, and chances are Politics Social will be on. So yeah, no worries. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. And cheers for that, Reagan. Yeah, please go to Reagan's channel and Graham Price's and Sir Larry's, and go press the subscribe and enjoy it. So I'm gonna show you out with a bit of a nice surprise, and it's sort of like my little way of just ending giving you plenty of time to say good night to everybody. And I'm going to say, take care and have a fantastic weekend, and take care. And up the fucking chickens!
somewhere.